Hi, this is Jeff Ivino with Trellis Fine Wines to do another installment of Vineyard VIPs. And today we have the distinct pleasure of having Wendy Lange from Lange Estate Winery in Oregon, a winery that we represent with Trellis Fine Wines. Glad to have you here for the Vineyard VIP video. And just wanted to get right into it and talk a little bit about your family, the history of the vineyard, kind of philosophy, and a little bit about what Willamette Valley is to the overall consumer as far as Oregon, and how it all kind of plays into, you know, how the wines are created and the different profiles of that, let's say, versus California.
Okay. Well, we are located in the Dundee Hills, which is at the very north end of the Willamette Valley. My husband and I founded the winery back in 1987. We were celebrating our 30th harvest, which we've just wrapped up early. And our main focus is Pinot Noir. That's why we're there. We're on the 45th parallel. We didn't feel the need to reinvent that wheel since the Burgundians have done such a stellar job. And we also embrace Chardonnay and Pinot Gris. We became the fourth producer of Pinot Gris in the New World in 1987 when we started. The other three were neighbors, and one of them, David Lett, had brought in the original plant material. So we had the very good fortune of having those folks nearby us and supporting us with that varietal. We have 55 acres in the Dundee Hills. We've been planting those vineyards since '88. First year we did purchase all of our fruit. Since then, we've just added consistently. We're mostly Pinot Noir. We have some Dijon Clone Chardonnay on the property, and of course, Pinot Gris. So we bottle a lot of different Pinots. We have elevations between 250 and 700 feet. We have predominantly Jory soil, which is a volcanic soil.
Right.
It's red. It goes fairly deep. It's well drained. The grapes seem to thrive in it, and but every elevation, every clone will give you a slightly different flavor profile. So we tend to geek out with our Pinots.
Right.
And so,
which is fine.
Well, yeah, it's what gets me out of bed in the morning.
Right.
And as I mentioned, my husband and I started the winery, and then our son joined us after he graduated in '02, I believe, from Oregon State. So he and his dad are now at the helm.
Great.
And they're bottling, I think, 12 different Pinots. A lot of them in micro lots because they're small, they're block by block, sometimes row by row.
Excellent. So one thing I want to touch on, because it started to become a very favorite wine of mine, is a little bit about the Oregon Chardonnay kind of movement and how that's kind of changing the landscape a little bit of the Chardonnay category, because I'm really starting to fall in love with the Oregon Chardonnay, excuse me. So I just wanted to touch on that as far as what you've been doing or anything that's coming back as far as the quality and how that is all playing out in the market.
Well, I'm delighted you brought that up. We are very excited about Chardonnay in the Pacific Northwest. It is from Burgundy. It's a cool climate grape. We have been planting Dijon clones now for a couple of decades, and I think we're really reaping the rewards of those planting decisions now. And our house style has always been, we call it old world, old school. Most of our Chards see little to no new wood.
Yeah.
We have sort of a house style where we do just a touch of wood, neutral, rarely new, no malolactic, so they're crisp, clean, they're redolent of varietal character, you know, of the season they were grown and where they were grown, and they're racy, but they still have that nice, rich quality that you get with the Chardonnay without having to tease it out with an overabundance of oak.
Great. So lastly, the Wendy Lange of the business side, of the vineyard side, of the wine world, what is your outside of the winery passion or interest or downtime, if there is any?
Well, I mean, the winery is my passion.
Yeah.
In food and wine, we have a wine cafe as well in Dundee, so I spend time down there. The gentlemen in the family like to fly fish. I love to garden. I have several dogs, so I'm sort of the dog whisperer at the winery.
Excellent.
Or they have me, and you know, I have a little bit of livestock around the place, so that's my quiet place. Quiet in my soul, but they're noisy. The dogs are noisy, the chickens are noisy, but
that's great.
It's something that I can relax with.
Awesome. Well, it's so good to have you, and it's so good to see you again. And if you get a chance to get out to Oregon, please go see the winery and the vineyard. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.